Okay, right, a lot of people have been having trouble getting set up with Second Life, so right, I'm going to show you how to do it, how to get it working. Right, I've just basically run the setup program, which is dead easy. You just download Second Life off the Second Life website. You run Second Life, the setup process, and once you've completed the setup process, you are presented with this box here. It asks you if you would like to start Second Life now, so I'm going to click on yes, and it shouldn't take long. It should, it depends how fast your computer is, I suppose, but it will do the hardware check to determine if your machine is capable of running the software. Oh, I'm just getting some alerts, doesn't matter. Right, allow. Display settings have been set to the recommended levels because of a change to the rendering subsystem. It's set. Okay, right, we'll just click on OK. We can't fill in your username and password. This may happen when you change network setup. Okay. Now at the bottom of the screen there's some boxes there. We're getting a bit of flickering here. Now you've got to put your username in. The username is the username that you used when you created your Second Life account. Well, I'm going to put mine in there, and obviously you've got to put your password in there as well. I'm using a copy paste program, so it makes it a lot easier. Right, put your username and your password in, and you can choose the start location. Now, because you're probably running it for the first time, you'll be started at the default location. So just leave that as it is, my last location, if that's what it says. You can select remember password as well if you would like to, if there's only you going to be using the software. Once that's done, okay, that's better. Right, now we click on log on. Now because I'm not a new user, it's going to take me, it's basically going to log me into the last location that I was. But you'll be presented. Oh, just a minute, I'm getting more alerts. Right, right, it's just loading. It's flickering because I'm screen capturing. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nothing to worry about. It's because I'm capturing the video from the screen. It won't do that with you. Right, okay, it's bringing me in. Now, it says your clothing is still downloading. You can use Second Life normally and other people will see you correctly. Okay, we'll just click close. So when you start to materialize, you'll notice that you're just a puff of smoke, and it takes a while for that to load, and you'll get a few boxes. You can check them out later, just minimize them for now. Right, okay. Now, there's me. Now, I'm going to teleport somewhere quiet. Now, world, that's where you bookmark places. Right, you can go to landmark this place. When you create a landmark, you basically, it caches in information about the area that you are, and it saves the landmark. It's the same as a browser for bookmarking a website, except you're landmarking it, and you can select, you can pull the box down and you can choose where to save the landmark. I've got several landmarks here. You can create new folders, or you can put it in my favorites. There's a box at the bottom that says my favorites, so you can go down there. Now, I'm not going to save it because I've already got it saved, but you can basically, this is how you save your locations, so you know how to get back there. So I'm just going to click cancel for now, but I am going to, I'm just going to close this box. I'm just going to go to world, and we've got destinations. Those are the preset destinations. I'm just going to teleport home though for now. Now this is a preset place where I've set, which is where I normally stay, where I start. If you have a lot of problems with lag, which you might have in some situations, it's always a good idea to bookmark your home location somewhere where it doesn't require a lot of rendering, or it's not very cluttered, so that you can materialize, get your machine settled down before you actually decide to go visiting places. Then if you run into any problems, you can always teleport home again, and where things will be easier. Now you use the cursor controls on your keyboard to steer and then you use the up arrow to walk forward, the back arrow to walk backwards. The left arrow turns you left and right, but if you're walking forwards and use left arrow, you will walk into a wall or something, so you can turn around corners like this. Right, now we've sorted that out. Now if you want to look at yourself, you can use the mouse, but also press the left Alt key down, press the left arrow and the forward arrow to zoom in. The left arrow will zoom around, will turn you all the way around, keeping your finger on the left Alt key. Now forward arrow, zooming in, back arrow, zooming out. All the time I've got the Alt key pressed. This way you can get a look at yourself. Also you can use the mouse, you can point the mouse at your face with the Alt key down, and then you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in and zoom out while you've got the Alt key control down. You have me. Under me you have your inventory. Now in inventory that's where you store all your parcels to do with your outfits, your clothing. Let's zoom in a bit there. Let's move this over here a bit. We've got clothing, there's my current outfit, gestures, landmarks. Now you can go down to where it says landmarks, and you can see all the landmarks that I've saved earlier for all the different places that I've been. And there's also favourites somewhere down here. There we are, there's favourites. Now you can look in favourites, you can see I've got a bunch of things stored there. So what you do when you want to visit somewhere, you just right click on something and you choose teleport, and then a box pops up, teleport. So we're going to appear on this little island now. Now while this is loading, you might want to set up your audio, and I'm going to minimize that. You might want to set up your audio settings. Now the way to do that again is to go to me, we'll go down, let's look for preferences, sound and media. Okay, now in sound and media you'll see that there's a few controls for, there's the master volume control, there's buttons, that is the sound of the clicks when you click on something. Ambient is background sounds such as birds chirping and other things. Then there's sound effects such as other people might give off sounds when they walk around. And then there's the streaming music, which you might actually hear when you enter a certain region or somewhere in world in Second Life. You might hear streaming music playing. So if you don't want to hear the music, you can turn it down by just sliding the bars. And then there's media, that's another one for media, like when if you go to a picture, they have cinemas in Second Life where you can go and watch movies, so there might be that. And then there's the voice chat. Now on these boxes, if you want a voice chat, you need to enable these boxes. Now this is voice chat. Now there's you've got a controller for voice chat, and now you've got allow media to autoplay, play media attached to other avatars, play sounds from gestures. Now you want to set up your hotkey for when you want to talk. Now what you do is you click on set key and a box pops up here. Oh, here we go, I'll move it around a bit so you can see. Now what you do here is you press a button while this box is open, and it set it to control there, so you'll see control. So I've set it to control, Then you've got input output devices, click on that, and now while I'm talking you'll see this little bars moving about at the bottom. You can adjust your microphone levels with this slider here. Turn it down and it's gone down. Right, okay, let's turn it back up again, and it's gone into the red now. So now it's really loud. So we can adjust your microphone settings by adjusting this slider here. As I say, to get to this is in Me, you go to Me and you go to Preferences, and this box pops up and it's Sound and Media. So this is where you do all this. Now there's also a little drop down here for input. You can select the input device. So if you've got no sound and you can't figure out what's wrong, you might have to change it to the sound device that you're using. Default is usually the one that you need to use, or it depends on your sound card. It might be via high definition audio input or default system device or no device. If you don't want anyone to hear you and you want to be muted, just select no device and no one will hear you. But what's the point in being Second Life if you can't talk? And you can chat as well. You can text chat. You can text chat as well as talk, so there's always that option. But anyway, when you've set up your settings properly, just click on OK. Use the page up key to fly. So we'll zoom out, and you use the page down key to land, and you can page up again to fly, and forward arrow key flies forwards, back arrow key flies backwards, and down arrow key will land you again. So basics. You want to sit somewhere, you pick somewhere like mushroom, right click on the mouse and choose sit, and we'll sit down. Okay, those are just the basics. Me and Joanna have been doing these shows for a few weeks now on live stream, and we've also been hosting our meetings in Second Life. Now I understand a few people have had trouble finding us and being able to join us in Second Life. Now I am going to show you how to do this. What I usually do is I create an event. Now here's last Monday's event. Now I'm just going to click on the last Monday's event. Now when you go to the event, you'll notice at the very top there's more event details. Now go to the more event details tab, click on that. Now you'll get all the details about the event, which is usually just generalized, because to be honest we don't always know what we're going to be talking about. But what's important is scroll down to the bottom and you'll see some links. Now you'll see links for teleport to where we are at location 1, or teleport to where we are at location 2. There might only be one option, it depends on what we're planning on doing. Now all you have to do is click on the link to teleport to where we are. Okay, and a window will open and a little box will pop up on the right, and it says visit this location. So all you have to do is click on visit this location, and a little box pops open and it says Second Life. Or if your application is not listed there, if it just says choose application, I'll show you how to do that. Now click on choose, browse, let's go to C program files. I've actually got Firestorm installed, so I'm going to go to where it says Firestorm release, double click, and I'm going to click on Firestorm release XE. Okay, now I've got 2 entries now. So when I click on this, I can choose which application I want to launch. I can choose Firestorm, which is the one I use normally, or the Second Life, which is the default. Now that should be the one that you see. Just click OK. Now what will happen now is Second Life should pop up, Here we go. This is the link I clicked. It's taking me straight back to the Builders Brewery. So we're back there. So it's really quite simple once you get the hang of it. The scenery is still rendering here. I'm panning around by holding my left Alt key down, and I'm moving my mouse around. You can point at objects with your mouse. Point at the lamppost, and it centers the lamppost. Then you can pull back on the mouse to zoom out, push forward to zoom in, rotate by moving the mouse left and right. All the time I'm holding the Alt key down. Now let's say you see something in the distance. I've still got the Alt key down. Point at this billboard over here, center it, move the mouse forward, zoom right in, move the mouse left and right, zoom in. You can read the billboard right from over there. Now if I get lost, which is possible, you can let go of the Alt key, let go of the mouse, and move the cursor keys, and instantly I'm back where I was, because I was standing. So just by moving, it recentered my point of view back to where I am. Now if I hold the Alt key down again, this time I'm going to hold the right Alt key down. I'm going to center it on myself, move the mouse up and down, and I actually get a different perspective. I can look straight down on myself, rotate around, down. This I'm moving the mouse forward, back, forward, back. Left Alt key, forward, back, forward, back. Right Alt key, forward, back. Right, so each Alt key does a different thing. You can change the angle of how you look at yourself by holding the different Alt key down. So the right Alt key, left Alt key, and left and right on the mouse, right Alt key, that's left and right on the mouse. So you can do all sorts. Now you can also use the left Alt key and use the cursor keys, which is fine adjustment. I'm using the cursor keys now without the mouse and the left Alt key to zoom out and in on myself. But I need to change the perspective of what I want to look at, so I'm just going to turn around. I'm using the left Alt key and the cursor keys, and I'm going to point the mouse. Let's see. Oh, there's something in the sky, look. I'm going to point the mouse at that object in the sky. So left Alt key, mouse to zoom in. Now right Alt key, pull the mouse back to get to actually look at the top of this, whatever it is, which is something somebody's building. Left Alt key, mouse, center, rotate around the object, left and right, forward, back, right Alt key to get a different perspective of the object, and move the mouse left right to actually go around it. Now there's something else above that. Oh, what amazing, it's a clock. Right, I'm using the mouse and the right Alt key. You have to find something that's solid on the clock or the object. Now, left Alt key. Let's just zoom in on these gears. Right Alt key to get a different pitch angle of what you're looking at. Let's go up. Let's zoom in on that. Now if you're sitting, then there's a problem, because if you're actually sitting down, you can't move yourself. So what you have to do is, if you're sitting down, let's find somewhere to sit. sit on the barrel. A minute, there we go. Right, if you're sitting and you'll notice little boxes popped up down at the bottom there. It says stand. So if you click on that, you can stand up. So now I'm just going to click on myself. Then I'm going to use the right Alt key to get a perspective to look at something else. Now point at that sign over there, zoom in on it, rotate around its billboard, go around the billboard. Let's go around the other side. You'll see I'm sitting over there. Now if I move the cursor keys and I'm sitting, you see, all I'm doing now is rotating around the sign. I'm not holding any Alt keys, any Control keys or anything now. All I can do now is rotate around the object I last pointed at with my mouse. Point my mouse with the right Alt key, mouse, click left button at the barrel. Now with an Alt key down. Now if I hold the left mouse button down, I can push forward to zoom in, pull back on the mouse to zoom out. But if I lose myself, I might wander off miles, and I can't find myself. So what you do is you stand up, click the stand up button, then you just move the cursor keys, and you're instantly back with a camera perspective on yourself. So you're back there. Problem solved. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that in case you get stuck.